Okay, so we've talked about the different types of hormone testing. So now let's dive into what test specifically is right for you in your situation. So if you are a teen, your periods have all of a sudden disappeared, or if you have heavy cycles, you're bleeding through Super Plus tampons multiple times a day, soaking through pads, it'll benefit you best to do a saliva test, especially if you are an athlete, if you are taking a lot of tough classes, if you're transitioning into college. Saliva test would be best for your situation to address your adrenal curve, your stress curve. So we take a look at your cortisol at 4 points of the day, see if stress has an impact on what your hormones are doing. This will also test your estrogen and progesterone balance, and also test your androgens, your testosterone, your DHEA, and see if everything is okay or if anything is out of whack. So if you're a teen, saliva test is best. If your cycles are a little off, starting college and things have gotten stressful and things are hard and things are off. If you're having cycle changes, the saliva test is going to be best for you. If you're coming from normal to not normal, that's the way to go. Saliva test. So an at-home saliva collection kit. If that's you or if that's your daughter, if that's your niece, please reach out. I can get this testing out to her and we can get her feel better or get you feeling better. Okay. So next is, let's say you are in your 20s, you have struggled to conceive, you're trying to figure out if it's me, if it's him, if it's hormones, if it's what I'm eating. You're kind of in the stage of trying to figure everything out. So fertility testing, we utilize some blood testing and some saliva testing. So I would highly recommend, so blood testing will give us a good picture of your FSH, your LH, what are these hormones doing that helps follicles to produce an egg to, help you conceive. So we'll figure out what's going on there, figure out what we need to do to help regulate cycles, figure out what we need to do if stress is an issue, to help correct your adrenal glands, to help correct stress, so we can eliminate that as a contributing factor. So if you're struggling with fertility, this is the testing option you would lean into. So the blood testing will test micronutrients and, again, the specific hormone markers specific to fertility. And we'll also test saliva hormones to get a big picture of your sex hormones and what your adrenals are doing with stress. Okay, so if you are postpartum, had a baby, and you just feel depleted, so we can test your hormones. This will be usually a non-cycling snapshot of what your hormones are doing. It just takes time to restore that balance for ourselves as new moms. So we can pinpoint exactly what we need to optimize so you can feel better while you're bonding with your new baby. If you are not quite perimenopause, you're kind of in the cycles are fine, but I'm just feeling kind of off. Again, a saliva test is going to be best for you. Sometimes paired with blood work, but definitely the saliva test is the way to go. If you are perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and you are taking bioidentical hormone replacement therapy or desire to take hormone replacement therapy or HRT, if you're taking HRT or desire to take HRT, the Dutch urine testing is 100% the way we need to go. This test also, it tests your hormones, but also tests your metabolites. This is a pricier test, upper end of the price range of the testing cost spectrum. However, it gives us the most comprehensive information to make sure what you are putting on your body or in your body or injecting is safe and will not cause any problems down the road. We want to make sure everything is going to be metabolized appropriately. Sometimes people can have little genetic things that don't make hormones metabolize like they should. So that can lead to things like breast, uterine, and ovarian cancers, and we definitely want to avoid those. So testing your hormones with the Dutch testing, and that's the at-home urine collection, urine sample with the dipsticks. That's going to be the best way to go if you are utilizing hormone therapy or desire to use hormone therapy in the future. Okay. I will link below this video sample reports of each of these tests. If I didn't do it in the last video, I will do it here. That way you can see what your results are going to look like Also, with the saliva collection test, what I love is that you can rank all of your symptoms. I think there's like 50 to 80 symptoms. You're going to rank from none to severe. So that paints a big comprehensive picture, and it matches up your symptoms with your level so we can really get a good idea of what your baseline is. So let me know what questions you have in the comments or send me a message, and I'll be happy to kind of clear any of the air. There's still confusion of what test you should pick specifically. Again, everybody's different, so if you have questions, that's fine. Just reach out and we'll figure it out together.